everyone, I'm Jordan Banderas, the host of the Bad Influence podcast, and I thought I'd influence you badly with today's episode. But before we get started, don't forget to smash the subscribe or follow button so you don't miss out on any episodes. So let's get started. So, I have a strong opinion about this, and I want to share it with you guys. I feel that ever since the pandemic started, a lot of people have been able to find ways of making money without depending on a job. Like, there's people that have gone into investing and they made a lot of money with crypto, like all these fucking meme coins and whatever. They have been able to make money with OnlyFans, which is a completely different subject, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna talk about it at one point in the podcast, because the amount of money that you can make doing that is fucking insane. And also you have people starting their own businesses. You have people starting their own side hustles that then becomes their own business, like they start with small and then they go fucking big. Like, I have seen it and I like that. I really fucking do. A lot of people got into podcasting, me included. So there's so many ways of quitting your job right now. And you may ask, why are you talking about this? Well, the reason why I'm talking about this is because for the third time in less than a year, it has been, almost a year. It has been less than a year since September of last year when I quit my job, my long-term job that I had. This will be the third time that I quit a job. Now, you may ask, why did you quit your job? Well, this is the reason why I wanted to talk about this, because just like I mentioned at the beginning, a lot of people are doing that. They're quitting their jobs because they're finding something better. It could be a job. It could be like one of the options that I mentioned before or anything like that. And in my case, the reason why I quit my job is because I had to do it so I could find something better for me and for my wife. And I mean it like this new job has better pay, better benefits, better hours. And the problem with that, when you do something like what I did, is that people are gonna fucking criticize you. They're gonna be like, why are you quitting your job? Your job pays the bills. Your job does this. Your job that, whatever. But if you don't feel happy in that job, why would you stay? And that's what has been happening in the last 3 jobs that I had, pretty much. Like, a lot of people know where I used to work before. Like last year, let me give you some context behind this whole decision now. So last year, 2021, I was working at this mortgage servicer. I had been there for 5 long, miserable years. It was bad, but I only care about the money. That's the thing. I only care about the money and the benefits. The benefits were good. The pay was good. So I didn't care. And I was bonusing. So that made it even better because I was making extra, probably $1,500 each month. And a lot of people ask me, like, why would you quit that job? Well, the problem is that during the pandemic, like last year, it got bad. The CEO retired for some reason. He decided to retire, and the new CEO decided to change every single fucking thing. Like I mentioned, we were bonusing $1,500 each month. Well, the new CEO and the new VPs and all these new people that he brought on decided to change that. We were doing the same amount of work, actually more work. We kept getting more and more work every single fucking day. But then we were getting less bonus, which I understand the company will say like, oh, a bonus is not a guarantee thing. But when you give us more and more work and we keep doing it without any issues, I think you should leave the bonus the way that it is, because people started complaining, and I saw it with my check. Like my check was being reduced because I was doing the same amount of work or even more, but I was getting less money. So that in my mind made me feel unappreciated. So after a while, I was like, I hate this fucking place. Like, I hate it. I was coming home and I was pissed off all the fucking time. I wanted to fight with my wife all the time because of how bad work was. And that wasn't fair for her or to her. So I was like, Katie, I hate this job. What can we do? And she's like, well, let's get you a new resume. Let's see what we can find you. And that's exactly what we did. We started looking for new jobs. I got a better job actually, and this time was at an online bank, right? So I started working there. I did the interview, I did all the process and everything. So I started working there, and the training was good. The training was while I was at home, so it was kind of hard on me hard for me because my wife thinks that I have ADD, and it is kind of hard for me to like pay attention by looking at a computer. So my mind actually wanders. So it was hard, but I was learning. So after a few weeks, they're like, okay, you're on your own now. And I was like, hell yeah. Okay, what do I need to do? And my boss at that time with this company, they're like, well, we don't have anything for you to do. So just read all of the manuals. They will do that every single day. They didn't have anything for me to do. So I was like, well, what the hell? Like I didn't like that because I like to be busy. And yes, I was working from home and everything, and I could take care of my wife, but still, I was bored. So I asked my boss, hey, what's going on? Like, I thought my position was going to be busy and all this shit, whatever. And she said to me, well, you're actually a floater, so anytime that we're busy, we're gonna give you the extra work that we cannot complete. And I was like, but that's not what I was told when I was hired, because I could have gotten another job at a different company if I hadn't chosen to go with you. And she's like, yeah, I'm sorry, it looks like that wasn't explained to you correctly, whatever. So I got mad and I was like, fuck, I'm a floater. So what does that mean? It means like I don't have a lot of work to do. I don't have a lot of shit to do. So if they decide to cut jobs, to lay off people, I will be the first one to go. I could be in the chopping block right now. So I didn't feel safe about it. I was like, you know what? I need to move on because I don't feel safe. So again, I talked to my wife when we agreed that I need to look for another job. But because of this whole office experience that I've had for many, many years that I have worked on them, I was like, you know what? I need to find something more fulfilling, something where I can talk to people face to face. And she's like, okay, whatever, you do you find whatever you like. So I was looking online and I came up across this position, QA position, quality control position, or quality analysis, working for a protein manufacturer. And I was like, you know what? I never worked in a warehouse, so I'm gonna fucking try it. And I did. I tried it. It was great at the beginning. I was learning so much. I was like, hell yeah, this is better because I was talking to people. I was learning new things about products, protein powders, which I will never fucking drink after this. And things like that, and all of that. So everything was going great until when the whole fucking world hit the supply chain issue. That's when things started to go south because we were not able to get lids, plastics, or anything. So our work became slower, literally. It got slower to the point where there were days that we couldn't even work at all. Like we didn't have work at all. So we were not getting paid. And I was like, well, what the hell is going on? Because it didn't seem right to me that we didn't have work for so many days. So I did some more digging because that was my job pretty much. And I realized that this company has been cutting corners for a long time. And some of the clients have been actually walking away from doing business with them because the product that they were sending was bad. Like, it wasn't up to their standards. And so I started paying more attention, and I realized, like, holy shit, this is true. Like, that we were not following what the client was telling us. So the clients were walking away from us faster than we could get new ones. And that was causing us to lose work. So I wasn't getting paid, let's say, like 3 out of 5 days of the week. So I was like, holy shit, I need to make sure that I can pay my bills. I just bought a house, literally. So I'm like, fuck, I need to pay my mortgage. So I was stressed about it. I was so stressed. So again, I talked to Katie. I'm like, hey, this is what's happening. This is what is happening at work. What can we do about it? She's like, well, let's start looking for another job. Let's go ahead and do it. And I found another job. I actually loved it. Love it. I love it because it still is at a warehouse. It still is at quality control, but it has better safety measures. They take care of their people. They have better pay, better benefits, better hours. And overall, it just feels safer to be there than in the other place. So I started this new job recently. And when I told people about that, they're like, you're so fucking dumb. Why would you leave a job that pays you good and takes care of you and everything? And I was like, you know what? This is why I need to talk about it in the podcast, because for me, it's not about the money. It's not. It's not about the money. It's about also feeling fulfilled doing the job that I need to do, which is something that I haven't feel in a long time, to be honest. So when people say like, oh, you did this wrong, or you shouldn't have quit, I'm like, dude, you don't understand my reasoning behind it. So you need to literally shut up. I understand your opinion, but you don't understand my reasoning behind it, which is totally fine. Because in the other hand, one thing that you can do if you decide to ever quit your job is to literally not tell anybody. But unfortunately, sometimes people will find out, which is totally fine. Now, when you hear me talking about getting this new job that I really, really love, I'm not bragging. I'm not saying it to brag or to rub it on your face or anything like that. The reason why I'm saying it is because I know plenty of people right now that they hate their jobs. Like, I have a friend right now that I'm helping create a new resume because he hates his job right now. He's like, I need to find a better place to work because they keep micromanaging me and I hate it. So if you're in that type of situation where you hate your job, just so you know, there are better options out there. There are better options where you're going to be treated like family. Like right now where I work, they treat us like family. They give you better pay. They give you better benefits. And maybe less stress overall because they take care of everything. You know, they make sure that everything looks good. Everything is supposed to be the way that it is. And there's no fucking brown nosing. That's another thing that I like about my job. There's no brown nosing. So if you decide to ever quit your job, just do it. But I'm not saying just quit randomly. No, come up with a plan, find a better place, find that other job or your side hustle, start a side hustle, and once it becomes your primary source of income, then quit. If you're in a situation like mine that have bills and a mortgage and somebody to take care of, you know, like kids, or in this case, my wife, you know, so if you're in that type of situation, just plan it, come up with the steps, and then do it. If you need to start an OnlyFans, which a lot of people have done, look it up online. There's teachers, nurses, doctors that make more money doing that. There's people like that actually make more money selling on Amazon, starting their own businesses. There's people that do Literally, I read this the other day. Over $100,000 doing DoorDash, and they make more money than they have ever done working at a regular job. So all you need to do is figure out what you want to do, how you want to do it, and fucking do it. Don't get stuck in a job that you don't like just because of the money. Because in the end, that's actually going to make you unhappy. That's going to make you bitter because you're going to go to a place that you're going to hate with a passion. Then you're going to be sitting next to the people that you hate, that literally bring you down every single fucking chance they get. And then you have a boss that literally probably is breathing down your neck, and you don't like that. Let's be honest. You don't fucking like that. So my suggestion to you is that it's okay to quit a job. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. It doesn't matter what they think about you for doing that. It's all about you and your happiness. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share in today's episode, or on today's episode. So thank you for the share, likes, and everything. We are growing. Thank you so much. And you can follow us, like us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And I'll leave you with this. Oh, and before I forget, you can also send me a DM on social media, or you can email me at bjordanthebadinfluence@gmail.com. And I'll leave you with this. Your salary can be the poison to your happiness. And have a great day.